Hello, good morning, or actually good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, this is the latest project in my home orchard. I know it's been a while since I've posted anything to the channel, but honestly, there hasn't been much going on with the orchard. Everything's pretty much been, you know, when we went into late fall, all the trees shut down, or most of them shut down, and nothing else has been growing. I didn't plant any new trees this year. In fact, I've actually made a promise not to plant anything until I can get a good grasp on which ones are likely to survive, which ones are likely to die. I really don't have a lot of space left in the garden anyway. But one of the things that I've been meaning to, you know that for the past couple years I've been trying to get bees to come into the garden. Last year I had a swarm show up and tried to capture it, and it was not successful. Bought a beehive, put it in a rather semi-shaded spot in the garden, hoping that the bees would move in. They didn't. So this year I'm approaching it differently. That brood box you see there and that structure, basically I took two 4x4x8 pressure treated woods, posts, and laid them sideways across 4 cinder blocks to make a bench. And my plan is, I have another beehive coming in. This one that is from a vendor called Hoover Hives. And the idea is that in addition to that new beehive, I also have a package of bees coming in from Mountain Sweet. I think it's Mountain Sweet Honey or Mountain Sweet Beehives or some Mountain Sweet Bees company in northern Georgia that actually sells bees and stuff, and beekeeping, instruments and tools and stuff like that. So I just went ahead and bought a package, Italian honeybees. And then there'll be a mated queen that's in a little cage and with the package. It'll arrive in mid-March. And the plan is that in the new hive, I will place that package of bees with the queen, and hopefully let the drone, not the drones, but the worker bees chew out the wax covering of the little new cage for the queen bee. Have her go outside and start laying eggs basically. And then the other box, that white one that you see there, it used to be a 3-level stack. I removed the 2 upper levels and just left 1 brood box. I'm trying to attract a wild swarm of honeybees. So that's the reason why I put that. I bought the 4x4x8s because I need to have at least 2 hives. Probably I may have 3 in the future. I don't know, but I think that's going to be my limit. So the point that I'm trying to make is that I'm introducing bees into the garden to help with pollination. I think the pollination problem that I've been having is the reason I haven't gotten good fruit set. It's probably not all of it. There are other factors, I'm sure, but I want to eliminate this as a possibility. And as a added bonus, I can actually harvest honey at the end of the year, so that's cool. All right, so there you have it. That's the new plan for the garden. So instead of buying new trees this year, what I have done is prepare the garden for the new for the arrival of a colony of bees. You'll notice that the ground underneath that assembly seems disturbed, and it seems like there's fresh soil, and that's because that is where the 4x4x12 post for the the large apartment complex for birds that I had set up a couple years before, that didn't work out well. The purple martins didn't like that birdhouse, and I figured, well, it's not being used, it's a waste of space in the garden, and it's ideal. That spot was ideal for the bees because it's in full sun all day long, and as well as I've actually joined a beekeepers beekeepers organization here in Central Florida. I think it's Orange Blossoms Beekeepers Association. So I'm learning from them about how to take care of bees and how to be successful as a beekeeper. My intent has never been to commercialize any of this. I have no interest in selling the fruit. If anything, I could probably, if I ever get to the point where I harvest excess fruit, I will most likely give it away to my friends and neighbors. That's what I do now with the citrus. I do harvest excess lemons every year, and so I split it with my brother and my sister and some of my neighbors. But if the apple trees ever get to the point where they start producing like that, where I just get too much fruit, I'll just give it away. I have no interest in selling it. I don't run this as a business. I have an alternate source of income. I'm basically a database administrator. I work in software engineering, so I don't need this. I don't need the money, the revenue stream from this. I just do this as a hobby. And because I like homegrown fruit, I prefer it over supermarket fruit. But yeah, that's the plan. We will be getting a new beehive coming in a couple months, and hopefully, if everything works well, I'll get a wild swarm of bees to move into this other box, and then my intention is to pinch the queen in that wild swarm of bees, and requeen the colony with a new queen that has been mated, and has genetics that are pure European honeybee. Because here where I live, all the bees are basically Africanized, meaning that the wild bees have genetics from to varying degrees. They have Africanized honeybee genes, and so I don't know how much of a problem that is, or could be, given that I think that over time they've probably adapted to a less predator environment in this area, and probably are not as aggressive as they were when they moved out of Africa. It doesn't really matter. I don't want to take any chances, and I'm required by the state of Florida to do it anyway, so that's what I'll be doing. So there you have it. That's the new project in the garden. I will post update videos as this progresses along, and God willing, if I'm able to get if I'm successful with setting up bee colonies, I will take videos of the bee colonies. By the way, bees are cool, man. If you watch them for a while and watch what they do, they're actually a very interesting insect. And honestly, I think it's an incredible, or it's the pinnacle of insect evolution. I think it's an incredible, invention of Mother Nature. This insect, it's just fascinating to see how they work together, and how they're able to successfully rear brood and survive. It's just an amazing thing to watch. So I'll be posting videos about that going forward, and basically if you have any ideas or any suggestions about what else you might want to see, just go ahead and let me know in the comments, and I will see if I can create a video about that. Alright guys, I am going to go ahead and sign off now. Today is June 24th, and it's about 1 p.m. in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. Have a good day.